7, Eva Murfeld. Number 8, Olivia Meacham. Number 11, Addison Bush. Number 15, Chloe Montalongo. Number 16, Lauren Philippi. Number 19, Eva Bergerholtz. And number 20, Michaela Cunningham. The assistant coaches are Doug Eichels, Alex Crabb, and Olivia Fuller. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for Waverly-Shell Rock. Number 0, Madison England. And number 3, Emma Smith. Number 8, Addie Backer. Number 13, Kennedy Weggers. And number 16, Emma Elmholt. Number 17, Joanne Butler. Number 18, Lauren Gage. Number 19, Molly Hunzelman. Number 20, Annalise James. Number 21, Abby Angel. And number 22, Brooklyn Milliman. The assistant coaches are Miranda Kirk, Katie Beck, and Jessica Thorne. Now let's introduce the starters. First, for Indianola. Number 0, Jovi Wilson. Number 1, Lauren Burke. Number 6, Isabel Crooks. Number 9, Riley Burns. Number 10, Leah Graham. Number 12, Brianne Cornell. Number 13, Ella Trotter. Number 14, Cody Helm. Number 17, Camden Palmer. Number 18, Ellie Andrew. And number 24, Serenity Allison. Head coach for Indianola is Mike Wilson. Now let's introduce the starters for Waverly-Shell Rock. Number 1, Stella Reichertz. Number 2, Mallory Nuss. Number 4, Jalen Kent. Number 5, Amelia Abbott. Number 6, Maya Burns. Number 7, Sydney Bierman. Number 9, Gracie Abbott. Number 11, Lindy Hubbard. Number 12, Mia England. Number 13, Abby. Number 15, Annika. Head coach for Waverly-Shell Rock is Scott Sarah.
Online at IGHSAU.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, our officials for this afternoon's game, our referee, Jason Magruder. Your AR1, Dan Studer. Your AR2, Brian Watkins. And your fourth official, Keenan Hirtz. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament soccer.
Welcome back to the state soccer tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Just going to run through those lineups one more time for you. First, for the 8th seeded Indianola Indians, in the net it's number 0, a sophomore Jovi Wilson. Number 1, Lauren Burke, a midfielder. Number 5, Isabella Crooks, senior forward. Number 8, Riley Burns, a junior midfielder. Number 10, Leah Graham, a sophomore midfielder. Number 12, Brianne Cottrell, a junior forward. Number 13, Ella Trotter, a junior defender. Number 14, Cody Helm, sophomore midfielder. Number 17, Camden Palmer, a senior defender. Number 18, Ellie Andrew, a sophomore defender. And number 24, Sarni Carson, a freshman defender. Now the starting lineup for the first seeded Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks. Number 1, Stella Reichertz, a junior goalkeeper. Number 2, Mallory Nuss, a junior midfielder. Number 4, Jalen Kent, a senior midfielder. Number 5, Amelia Eben, senior defender. Number 6, Maya Behrens, a junior defender. Number 7, Sydney Bieneman, a senior defender. Number 9, Gracie Eben, senior defender. Number 11, Lindy Hubbard, a sophomore forward. Number 12, Mia England, a junior midfielder. Number 14, Addie Ott, a junior midfielder. And number 15, Annika Ott, a junior midfielder. And the focus of this game will almost certainly be on Annika Ott. She is tied in leading goal scorer in this entire state tournament with 31 goals on the season, but I don't think it should go without mention. This Waverly-Shell Rock team has only given up 1 goal all season, and that was in a win at Norwalk. So this is one of the most dominant teams we've seen as we are underway here. with Palmer. A lot of rain today here in Ames. Should be a very, very slippery field for these players.
Not many times this season have these guys played in such conditions. So excited to see what happens here today. We saw it in the early games today, Thomas. A lot of slipping and sliding. Nothing puddling up, but you're going to see these girls sliding a lot.
Ott with her first touches on the ball, but gives away a foul after that battle with Lauren Burke. Burke will take the free kick. With how slick it is, free kicks from anywhere will be dangerous. Played away by Addie Ott.
Another astounding stat difference between these two teams. Waverly-Shell has scored 101 goals this year. Indianola just 44 on the season. So definitely up and down, but Lauren Burke's going to have her work cut out for her today for Indianola. 11 goals on the season. She'll be one to watch.
Certainly. Palmer plays that down the line, just pinballing around the sideline. Then deep by Ott. Way back to Ellie Andrew. Out off the foot of Lindy Hubbard. Hubbard with 25 goals, not quite matching Annika Ott's pace, but definitely up there.
I say 25 goals. I mean, there's a lot of girls that would love to have 25 goals in a season. That just tells you how well the Go Hawks have played all year when it comes to offense.
Crooks intercepts. That's Cornell. Well done out of bounds there from Barons. It appeared it went off of the foot of Cornell, out for a Go Hawks throw-in. Sorry, I apologize. That ends up being a foul against the Indians. Ott unable to get a foot on it there. It's Burke. Picked up by Hubbard.
Everybody just kind of hanging out here in the middle. Giving the Go Hawks on a little bit of an attack there, pushed by Hubbard.
And in the first half of a state tournament game, especially your first one in the quarterfinal, there are a lot of nerves. You're not playing at home. You're playing on a new field, certainly for all of these players. And with this weather and the conditions, that doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't. And, I mean, that's a given. And for Indianola, this is a big first half. And if anything, they'd love to score early if they can against a team that doesn't give up a ton. But Indianola, this is their first ever trip here to the state tournament. So a big deal for these girls. They got to get past any jitters if they have any and just keep rolling.
Wilson handled that ball out of the air well. Will be tough for these goalkeepers to make those catches today. Hubbard battling on the far sideline.
And it might be kind of hard to tell, it's a mist. It's just a really light, kind of somewhat strong at times mist. We get a couple wind gusts. There is supposed to be heavier rain on the way, so these girls would like to get their scoring done or at least get a little bit more production done while we're still sitting in the misty conditions.
Absolutely. Taken away by Burke. She's been a force in that midfield so far. Burke carrying, plays it forward. As Cornell. Barron's right there to send it out of bounds. Indianola showing some signs of life early into this half. They're going to have to upset top-ranked Waverly-Shell.
Well, and Reichert's back there. She's only given up one goal all year, but you got to give credit to the defenders for Waverly-Shell as well. Stella doesn't see many balls come her way anyway. So, yes, she's a phenomenal goalie, but Waverly-Shell's defense deserves a pat on the back for what they've been able to do all season.
Absolutely. Sent right back out of bounds by Addie Ott. We'll do that again. Graham fires it in. No one in the area code. Out for the first goal kick of the game.
And Indianola, just take shots early. I think that's what they're thinking. Just take a couple long balls. You might get a good bounce here once in a while, but if anything, you're at least making Waverly-Shell think about it here on defense.
Ball played in deep. They've been dispossessed. Crooks just battling in that far side. Finds Burns. Here's the ball. On a caught. Dispossessed by Serenity Carlson. Hubbard gives chase, unable to catch. Now with Hubbard.
She was coming quick. Indianola's got to start talking there.
Englund plays it inside. Shell Rock unable to get quite the foot they want on it there.
I want to say that was Jalen Kent who came across for Waverly-Shell Rock, just didn't quite have enough room to sneak it past.
Hot. Working inside. He's looking for Hubbard. Indianola still unable to get the ball out of their own net area and finally clears.
Nice job by Riley Burns there, getting it out of the way. Go Hawks were really putting some pressure there for a little bit.
Nuss plays through to Ott. Ott out wide. Jalen Kent. Now Ott. Hubbard for Kent. Managing to keep it in and sends it out of bounds.
They get the corner?
Hard to tell. It looks like
I
they do.
Think they did. It's hard to tell from where we're sitting, but I think we got our first Channel Seeds corner kick upcoming here.
Corner kicks are brought to you by Channel. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channelseeds.com. Ball played in towards the back post. Shot on net, and it finds its way in. That was Jalen Kent opening up the scoring just 7 minutes in to this 2A quarterfinal.
It's kind of a rebound. That's what it was. They got a rebound off a bad ball, and Jalen was just able to find her way to the back of the net. Take a look at the replay.
Shot first came from Sydney Bieneman, and then Kent just in the right position. Have to feel for Jovi Wilson. Shot from that close. Hard to really do anything about that.
And you can have the best cleats in the world, Thomas, especially on this grass. You're going to slip. I mean, especially as a goalie, you got to make it better on the first chance at a stop because it's going to be hard to do it from after.
Absolutely, and most times when even the professionals would play on wet grass like this, they would use metal cleats, which are illegal in the high school game.
Yeah. So
Hubbard.
they got to work with what they got.
Slides it through to Ott. Annika Ott. Back for Nuss. Nuss fires a shot. Wilson deals with it well.
Jovi needed that just to drop in the hands. After giving up a goal there, she just needed to see that she could get one. That's a big stop.
And the ball's going to skip a lot today.
It is.
That's what happens when it's wet is it'll slide across it when you play it on the floor, but when you play it in the air, as soon as it bounces, it's skipping right back up.
And no bounce is going to be the same. As you can see, it'll kind of kick sideways, and that's going to cause issues for these girls here today.
Aben clears it deep. Annika Ott running on, defended there by Leah Graham. Ott wins it. Still trying to get through. Looking for Kent. Cleared by Ella Trotter. Now Burks clears it back, but here's Addie Ott. Ott for England. England looking forward, can't quite find anything. Mallory Nuss. Now with Kent.
Middle of the field's quite wide open here. I think Indianola's got to tighten things up. We got another corner kick coming up.
Second Channel Seeds corner kick of the match. Shell Rock already scored on one. Can't they make it two? Ball played in. Wilson does well just to tap that out of bounds, and we'll have a repeat. Another Channel Seeds corner kick.
Not a bad spot. Better than giving up a goal. You'll take it again. Go Hawks are quite far back here. There they go.
Lofted up. Wilson maybe gets a hand onto it. It hit off the crossbar. Hubbard. Need to drive it in. Jovi Wilson does well to claim.
You know, we don't have heights on our sheets, but Jovi Wilson's got to be pretty tall. I mean, her jump there, she was pretty much at the top of the goal to stop that. She's got really good length there for Indianola as well.
Absolutely. Camden Palmer lays it off. Ella Trotter. And through was trying to find Brianne Cornell. Now with Addie Ott. Ott looking through for England, cut off by Leah Graham.
for those at home, Thomas and I cannot see that far line.
No, that
thing, I thought for sure it was going to go out, and they just kept playing. So
that is one of the difficult things about being field level, and even that rain is those lines do fade.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
the field. Ott deflects that. I think that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, it did. And you got all those parents sitting down there on their folding chairs and whatnot.
Gotta love the support in weather like this. Ball played through.
So that time, that didn't look like it'd have a good bounce, and it bounced right towards Stella. So nice job by Rickards there.
Rickards deep for Kent. Kent plays it off of the foot right over towards us in our booth.
I don't know where it went.
Sure
Off
where
somewhere.
the ball went. Sydney Bieneman.
Yeah, she's got it.
Throwing.
He's got it. Nice throw.
Rain's starting to come down a little harder.
Yep.
Annika Ott. Roofer Bird. Ott got a touch on it. Offsides is the decision, though.
Must have had somebody way back for the Go Hawks there. I mean, majority of possession has been spent here in Indianola territory, so the Go Hawks doing a really good job of keeping things tight in that aspect. Indianola's just got to take a couple more shots downfield, maybe clear it, get their offense set up on a breakaway.
Burks plays it deep. Intercepted. And fought off. Again, just treading that touch line. That one goes out of bounds. And important to note, also with the rain, there is a heavy wind favoring Waverly-Shell Rock at the moment. That obviously will change at halftime, but
Yes.
I think if you're Shell Rock, you build your advantage while you can, while you have the wind.
And I think a lot of it is when they were working on warm-ups, we can't see the fields over there, but I'm sure you're not thinking, I'm just going to loft this thing in the air all the time. They're just going to try to get going. Here's another chance. A little far out of reach here for Abby Engel. Maybe not.
Engel into Ott. Annika Ott slides it through. Ott was in an offside position. Jovi Wilson, however,
Yeah,
with
it
a
was a
good
stop,
save.
yeah. Got down on her knees there to get it, but Annika Ott, man, just able to sneak past defense there at the defense line, and boy, if she was just a little bit further back, it could have been a goal.
Maybe Engel, the first substitution of the game. Headed back in. And touched out of bounds by Ella Trotter for another Shell Rock throw-in.
Things moving quick here, just over 27 minutes to go. Tentatively, we can't see the board from where we're at, but
Palmer plays it forward. That cut off.
Cornell was right there for Indianola, but again, the Go Hawks had three girls in yellow right there, kind of waiting for her.
The Go Hawks in an interesting formation, not something you see often in the high school game, a 3-5-2, and allows you to dominate the midfield, but the important thing is that when you are in there, you have players getting back, and so far they've done that.
And they've kept Lauren Burke in check. I mean, Lauren's about to kick it here, but she has not really been able to do much at all. But she gets a free kick here. Chance to maybe do something. Just going to have to kind of draw this thing to the left with the wind coming back here to the east.
Burke sends it deep. That trickles out of bounds for a goal kick.
It stayed right. If we're talking golf terms, the draw was not there. It kind of stayed right. And then, you know, you said it, Thomas. The wind picks up and then it dies down. There's no consistent wind conditions right now.
He's swirling. We just got a gust right there. Save there from Stella Richter.
That's a nice little chip from the corner by Indianola, but good save by Reichert.
Adiot is off Mallory Nuss. Outside wide, Abby Engel. Engel in behind, cut off by Ellie Andrew. Andrew just out of bounds. Another Shell Rock throw-in. Sydney Bieneman.
Go-Hawks doing a really good job of getting downfield. I mean, anytime they're on a run, somebody's here. They're really favoring this near side. They're not really going to the far side, so you might see maybe a couple substitutions by Indianola.
Out for another Go-Hawks throw-in. Long throw-in coming in. That one may be held up by the wind. Bieneman sends it right back in. Dangerous, dangerous ball. If you're Jovi Wilson watching that.
It's not a bad kick considering it was into the wind, so she had faith that it could catch and come back. And Bieneman's got good minutes here. I mean, just at a midfield position.
Played through. Burks getting a touch on it. Here's Crooks. Isabel Crooks.
Nobody's home.
Is it in? No one in the area.
Nobody's home. They got one in the middle, and then they got a near side player here with Camden Palmer, but that was it.
Abby Engel cut off by Ella Trotter. Ball falls right back to Shell Rock. Engel. And Palmer lays it off for Burks. Here is Palmer. Palmer down the right side, cut off. Engel through for Ott.
Annika Ott.
Ott was looking to lay it off for Hubbard. Engel for Hubbard.
Good clear. Indianola's quite congested here on offense. You can see here they got in the middle and they just really didn't have a lot of room to grow out. But once again, the Go-Hawks have another quick little fast break. We're able to get out of it.
And they're finding Brianne Cornell very well, but there's no one for Cornell to play in as we have another substitution. That's Annalise James coming on.
All substitutions here at the state tournament brought to you by IMT Insurance. Wait a minute, was that our first sub of the match?
I believe second.
I haven't seen a ton of fresh legs out there. It's not like it's hot.
James replacing Gracie Aben.
Nice step in there.
Ball played through. Wide angle. We're working against Trotter. Trotter does well.
Ella Trotter has been a menace on defense, and it's keeping Indianola in it here defensively.
Absolutely. Out for an Indianola throw-in in a dangerous position.
Yep. Not a bad spot.
Trotter in for Palmer. Trotter, ball in. Reichertz deals with it. Little fumble, but does exactly what you're taught to do when you're young. There is, if you feel that ball come out of your hands, just drop and you should be right on top of it.
Drop and cover, and you're going to be okay. Stella did just that.
Brody Helm. Helm through. Palmer back to Helm. Helm through, looking for Riley Burns. That ball cleared.
Indianola just hasn't been able to get a breakaway. It's just kind of they've been sitting in the middle and they'll figure it one way or another, but they're still looking for either Burke or somebody to go out on a breakaway chance and just haven't been able to do that yet. But I will say they've tightened things up defensively.
Ram forward for Burke. Burke met by Addy up in the middle. Out of bounds for a Go Hawks throw-in. Another substitution presented by IMT Insurance. Kennedy Wykers coming on for Waverly-Shell Rock, replacing Mia Englund. Then 2 substitutes waiting for Indianola. We'll see them at the next break in play.
All these players, Thomas, it's not warm, so they get over here and they start doing jumping jacks. They're trying to do everything they can to stay warm.
Exactly. You got to stay moving.
Yeah, get the legs
before
moving.
You come on the field.
Absolutely. They got tents covering everything over here in the middle, so all these players are covered when they're on the bench, but they're welcome to the conditions quickly when they get out on the field.
Annika Ott. Ott to the end line. Cut off. Already Carlson did very well. Here's Addie Ott. Ball back in. Nowhere near the net. Another substitution. Substitutions in today's match are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Mass substitutions here for both teams, for the most part.
Joanne Butler coming on for Waverly-Shell Rock. Ball just pinballing around. Bieneman. In and back in, looking for Ott. Annika Ott running in. End line, place it back in. Deflected out by Serenity Carlson. Out for another Channels Heats corner kick. The Enhanced Channels Heat brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com.
This has been their bread and butter so far. I mean, corner kicks, that's where they scored their first goal here, so this could be interesting.
Ball played in, near post. Finds its way to the middle. Addie Ott sends it back in and out of bounds for a goal kick. Another IMT substitution, number 7, Livia Makeham coming on, placing number 12, Brianne Cornell.
Good minutes by Cornell there in the beginning. That's a lot of substitutions here for Indianola. Really trying to switch out here roster-wise. Go Hawks roster technically bigger by 1 player, but Indianola is going to use a lot of it.
Murfeld plays that back into the middle. And Philippi gets her first touch on it. That's sent out for a Go Hawks throw-in. Ott. Inside for Wykers. Now Ott back out to Wykers. Hubbard. Hubbard dispossessed. Feld is looking in deep. That's Butler.
So that time Indianola just had 1 girl back. They got Meekum back there, and she was behind all 3 defenders. So Waverly-Shell Rock, a lot of confidence that they don't even need to get behind her.
Hubbard and Annika Ott. Ott fires and sent out of bounds for a channel corner kick. Cody Helm did very well there to deflect that out of bounds.
Yes, she did.
Another IMT substitutions. Mia Englund comes back on, and she'll replace Lindy Hubbard. Hubbard has been effective in this game so far, but just hasn't been able to find a shot. Ball's driven in and headed away by Burke.
That was perfect because that was in a really good spot.
Butler fires from distance. Jovi Wilson right there. Great hold in this rain.
You said it, Lauren Burke, that was perfect. I mean, perfect header to get it out.
Is Mika. Helm looking forward. Has Palmer. Out of bounds for a Go Hawks throw-in. Just over 15 minutes left in this first half, and if you're Indianola, you just sustain pressure at this point. you can get out of the half against the win, down only 1-0 to the best team in the state, and you have a good foot into this second half.
And you'll kind of be kicking yourself because it was such an early goal. I mean, you know, we've seen that so often.
Annika Ott driving through. Ott finds the second. Annika Ott adds to her total and makes it 32 goals on the year. A brilliant run inside to avoid the defenders and just slot it into the bottom corner. Simply clinical.
Did it all herself. I mean, works her way left and right. Jovi comes up far enough and just kicks the back corner, right back corner of the net. And just like that, Waverly-Shell Rock takes the 2-0 lead.
And we were just talking about if you're in Indianola, sustained pressure, you're only down 1.
Yeah.
Well, not the case anymore.
Got to get something rolling here.
Burke in deep looking for Palmer. Out of bounds for a Shell Rock throw-in. Bieneman. Elgin. Bieneman. Taken away, Cody Helm. Helm loses it, that ball cleared. Annika Ott getting stuck in.
Triple
Ott
team.
taken to the ground.
No call.
No call. Looks like she might have just slipped on this grass.
I think at this point, Thomas, you know, the officials, I think you're going to have to give the turf the benefit of the doubt
Absolutely.
here sometimes.
Unless it's pretty clear
Yes,
contact.
Yeah. But you
kinda
don't
have
want to
to give
start saying
defenders a
everybody's
pass.
getting fouls, yeah.
Abby Ott carries forward. Wickham. Forward through for Annika Ott. Ott already has one collision there and foul. Rightfully so there on Annika Ott.
Grass won't get you every time.
Serenity Carlson, the freshman, has had quite a good game.
She has.
She's done well dealing with the threat that is Annika Ott.
They got a couple freshmen on this team, Indianola does, so.
Going around, finally picked up by Addie Ott. Wycombe through for Annika Ott. Ott versus Burns. Back in, and Carlson does well. Ball out. And we have another Channel Seed substitution. Riley Burns and Isabella Crooks return to the game for Indianola. And Mallory Nuss and Lindy Hubbard returning to the game for Waverly-Shell Rock.
Riley Burns, she was walking past us. She was also checking it out on the bench. Something kind of irritating her with her leg, just kind of limping a little bit. I saw Carlson down there. She's on her hands and knees. She's pretty tired. I think they're waiting on getting another substitution, the next stoppage for her.
Annika Ott replaced for the first time today. Bieneman. Now Hubbard. Elgin. Back for Hubbard. Elgin fires across the box. Nearly a great opportunity for Waverly-Shell Rock.
Kennedy Wykers was coming right across on the other side. Just couldn't get there in time, but pretty close.
Indianola goes short. Andrew out wide. Ball out for a Go Hawks throw-in.
I also think, you know, Waverly-Shell Rock seems very well conditioned. I don't think Indianola is used to this much up and down the field. They might play a slower pace.
Abby Angle carried that inside, unable to get any type of movement. Meekum loses it. Barons plays it in deep. Ott. Forward Elgin. Elgin in behind. Lindy Hubbard giving chase. Keeps it in. Hubbard. That ball inside dealt with by Jovi Wilson. A few substitutions waiting for Indianola.
Boy, Thomas, it's been a while since Indianola has been in possession down here. It's just a constant offensive pressure here by the Go Hawks.
Elgin with the ball in behind. Carlson does very well to cut off Mia Elgin. Angle. You're working against Ellie Andrew. Taken away. Addie Ott behind for Lindy Hubbard. Hubbard dispossessed by Leah Graham.
Andrew's been busy on defense. Very good job there in the middle up against Angle on a one-on-one in the center.
Addie Ott getting dirty with the slide. Ball in behind, cut off. Amelia Aben. England can't quite keep it in bounds, and that's out for another throw-in. Another IMT substitution as Camden Palmer returns to the game, as does Brianne Cornell. Serenity Carlson coming off, and she's had a great few minutes.
I'm pretty impressed from the freshman.
Olivia Meekum also coming off. Meekum did well, but had the same problem as Cornell, just no support at the top.
Nice clear.
Ball cut off.
Great clear by...
Foot race here. Wilson out to meet it and clears out of bounds. Jovi Wilson with the safe play there, just to come out of her box. Another IMT substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Annika Ott returns to the game along with Jalen Kent. Kent scored the first goal. Ott had the second one. England. Looking to work it inside towards Hubbard. Taken away by Burke. All the way back out to Annalise James. Now taken away.
Got 1-on-4.
Here's Cornell. Cornell dispossessed by Lauren Gade.
And see that time again, you got a breakaway, but it's 1-on-4, and there was nobody here on this near side of the field. Goes back to Indianola.
Not a lot of time left in this first half for Indianola to get one back. There's England. Down behind. Hubbard wins it away. Feet of Nuss.
It's a good chance here.
Hubbard. Annika Ott fires. What a save. Jovi Wilson.
It either got her hand or it went off the side of the goalpost. I'm not really sure, but barely missing.
Out for another Channel Seeds. Oh, decision changed as we look at a replay of that. Initially, they called corner.
It must have hit
the post.
Hit the post.
Little bit of a blind spot for us there.
We got a lot of blind spots.
Andrew in deep has Crooks. Crooks through for Cornell. Cornell sent back. Pinball is right over to us. Great save there, Blake.
Oh. A lot of very, very expensive equipment. You got to be on your toes.
Bieneman. Taken away by Crooks. Crooks. Cornell. Burns. Burns was looking for Crooks.
And again, now they got two girls up there, but again, before they can get there, Waverly-Shell rocks back on defense and right there to clear.
Sent away by
Look
Maya
out.
Behrens. Here's Annika Ott. Ott just over the bar. Great opportunity for Annika Ott to grab a brace.
Boy, she's fast. And I tell you what, Ellie Andrew was step for step with her the whole time, but just couldn't quite get that.
Hard to tell the time.
Indianola coach all the way out here on the field just to see the clock.
We think 6 minutes left in this first half.
I think next year they're going to want a couple, maybe then a clock up on the field.
Intercepted by Addy Ott. Foul there on Ott.
I had someone text me just now, Thomas, do we have a forecast update? I don't know why they'd ask such a thing. I think it's been pretty much the same the whole time. Rainy and misty. Trust me, we'll tell you if the sun comes out. I don't think it's going to.
How we'd love it. Early June, I didn't think I'd be broadcasting in pants and a coat.
We had 90s on Sunday, and I was like, here we go. And then, unfortunately, usually Iowa gets about 1 or 2 all rainy days per month, and this happens to be one of them.
Another IMT substitution. Olivia Meekum returning to the game, placing Eva Muirfield.
Couple new legs out.
Sent deep. England unable to keep it in bounds. Final 5 minutes of the half. Sometimes decides a game.
It does.
Depending on how teams approach it. Ott, forward. For England, cut off by Trotter.
Indianola knows how important it would be if they can grab a goal here before going to the locker room.
Now Cornell. Sent out of bounds. Another dangerous area for Indianola to get forward.
Yeah, you're starting to see them have a little bit more possession here on the Go Hawks side. But again, they're just not threatening.
Intercepted. Here's Nuss. Ken plays it forward. Hubbard. Hubbard was looking for Ott. Can't quite find the pass in behind. And sent away by Bieneman. Burke. Looking in behind, was looking for Isabel Crooks.
Wind didn't help that one.
Not at all. Another IMT substitution. Number 21, Abby Angle, replacing number 12, Mia England. Hubbard. The inside.
There you go, back and forth.
Plays it through. Angle. Angle managing to keep it. Was looking for Ott. Hubbard right there. Annika Ott gives the turn. Ott goes down. Penalty called.
Wow.
Big decision with 3 minutes left in the half.
Take a look. Coach said she was already falling down.
No,
that's the reason she was falling
pretty
down.
Clear penalty from Leah Graham. Annika Ott, chance to double her total on the match. Ott fires, and it's in. Jovi Wilson got a hand to it, just not quite strong enough. Annika Ott has the brace, makes this 3-0 Waverly-Shell Rock.
She kept it on the ground the whole time. I was wondering what she was going to do. With the winds like this, you can't really airmail it because it's going to go somewhere you don't know, and just sneaks it past on the right side. Nicely done.
Back underway here, 3 minutes left to play. And behind. Here's Burke. Burke. Ball in behind. Crooks looking to run onto it. Behrens does well. Sends that out of bounds. Indians have not shown any real threat to this point.
How many shots on goal? Not even official statistical shots on goal, just shots. Have only had probably less than 5. Got to give credit to Waverly-Shell Rock defensively. Stayed on top of things.
Burns dispossessed. Engel in behind, out of bounds. Was looking for Lindy Hubbard. Ott dispossessed.
She can get through that first line of defense. She's set.
Ott keeps him in behind. Out for a goal kick. Or, I apologize, out for a corner kick.
Yep.
Channel Seeds corner kick and an IMT substitution. Annika Ott.
Yeah, they're going to bring her out for the final.
Replaced by Emma Smith.
She's been working hard.
Number 3, Emma Smith.
Ball played in. The bounds.
That wind did not help that one.
That one off of Waverly-Shell Rock for a goal kick.
That thing died.
Minute 12 left to play in the half. Indianola just taking all of that time. Lauren Burke puts it back in play. Crooks taken away. Smith forward for Hubbard. Sent out of bounds.
The Go Hawks might want to go quick here. I feel like they got a really good chance here in the next 40 seconds.
Bieneman puts it in. Hubbard. Back to Bieneman. Down line. Engel. Bieneman in behind, deflected. Mallory Nuss. Not a lot of time left. Cody Helm clears it out.
Good idea.
That is the end of the first half of play here between Waverly-Shell Rock and Indianola. The Go Hawks lead the Indians 3-0 here at halftime of the first of the 2A quarterfinals here at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Farm Bureau. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have all the halftime analysis.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
It's Frank. Frank. Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be out of store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairy Frank.
To Fairway, your Fairway family.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Thomas Campbell here with Blake Walker at halftime in the first 2A quarterfinal between the Waverly-Shell Go Hawks and the Indianola Indians. Go Hawks lead the Indians 3-0, and it's been a game that has not been dominated by Waverly-Shell, but they've taken their opportunities in stride, and Indianola hasn't really found any opportunities. What can you tell me what you've seen so far?
I've seen a defense that is determined to not really give Indianola much chance on offense, and I think that's what we've seen so far. Waverly-Shell had a couple good breakaways, but they've been really good in between defenders and really good on one-on-one matchups. I got to give credit to the Indians, though. It feels like Waverly-Shell could be up a lot more, and they have tightened things down defensively. I thought goalie play was fine. I think Jovi Wilson has a lot of work in front of her here, especially against a very talented offense like this. But this is just what Waverly-Shell does. They score a lot of goals. They're very consistent. A lot of substitutions, too. I'm sure you noticed that for Indianola. They are constantly in and out trying to get everybody fresh-legged on the field. And as for Waverly-Shell, it's not really many. This is exactly how they want this game to play out.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that defense, a defense plus a goalkeeper that's only given up one goal on the year, and that was at Norwalk, a very good Norwalk team. And they still won that game. And so if you're Waverly-Shell here, you're up 3-0. You know you probably have to play another game on Thursday. And if the weather holds like this, it might not even be on Thursday. How do you approach this second half?
I don't think you can be conservative. I think for at least 30 minutes out of the 40 allotted, I think you're going to have to push, and you got to go fast. If they're up about 3-0 here with about 10 minutes left, I think that's when they kind of start pulling everybody and staying conservative. But I think you don't got to take any risks that you don't need to. I think that's also very important. You know what you have in front of you. You know what you're ready for, and I think they're going to be set.
We will take another break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half between Waverly-Shell and Indianola.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Soccer Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Welcome back to the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls High School Athletic Union Network. We're here at halftime of the first 2A quarterfinal between Indianola and Waverly-Shell Rock. The Go Hawks lead the Indians 3-0 after a very, very good half, highlighted by 2 goals from Annika Ott and a goal from Jalen Kent. Just about to get underway in the second half, and the big thing in this second half is the teams flip directions, and that would have been huge in the first half, but it feels like the wind's calmed down just a little bit.
Yeah, it has. I mean, the only flag I see on this entire facility is that little flag over there in the corner that has the Girls Union logo on it, signifying the edge of the field, but it just dies down, it goes back up. Right now, the mist is the lightest it's been all day. But unfortunately, we're in kind of a hole right now. There is a huge system of rain coming up from Missouri that will be here later, probably in the next 2 hours. So unfortunately, that's going to really derail a lot of stuff tonight. We hope there's no lightning in it as of right now, but we'll see what happens. But I think if you're both these two teams, yes, it's still not ideal conditions, but you got to try to take advantage of something, and we'll see what happens here in the second half.
You're out of the bad stuff that most of the other teams will be playing in.
Absolutely. We got another round after this. We have our other 2A games, and then at 5 o'clock, 3A will kick off with 7 o'clock as well right behind them. And I think 0-0 between Independence and I cannot for the life of me remember the other team, but those two guys tied over there at halftime.
Well, I can check. It's Independence and ADM.
There we go.
Tied at halftime as we're just about to get underway. Nuss plays it back, and Ott in deep.
Maybe not.
Ref blows the whistle.
All right.
We're resetting the clock and doing that again.
So the clock didn't start.
It's not right. Not at this level. Okay, well, we don't make those rules. Neither do you. Neither does Iowa. We just adopt them.
And we'll do that again. Ott plays it in deep one more time. In very deep. Jovi Wilson.
Nice kick.
Wilson in deep, looking for Cornell.
Indianola's coach as well, just trying to get his team, they got to get up. I mean, right now they'll get forward, but they don't have any help coming up the field, and that's what we saw in the first half that really caught them.
Yeah, one of the things coaches will really try to instill in their teams is moving forward as a unit. If one or two players go forward, you're not going to create an attack. But if you can, as a team and a unit, that's where you create dangerous opportunities. Stella Reichertz deals with that. She hasn't had much action today, but that feels like most of the season. That ball goes out off of the shoulder of Maya England.
I haven't really called Maya's name a ton. She leads the team in assists, so she really sets up her teammates, but they've been a little quiet today, but the Otts have been the ones stepping up.
England plays it back. Bieneman in deep looking for Hubbard.
That was a great kick.
Hubbard loses it. Carlson that made the play, now forward for Cornell. Ball out of bounds for an Indianola throw-in. Burke. Out off the foot of Annika Ott.
A lot of standing. There we go.
Into Cody Helm. Ball stays in. Hubbard. In behind, looking for England. Englund cut off Serenity Carlson.
It's the best thing you can do. Just try to get out in front of it. But this is a good spot here for Waverly-Shell Rock.
It will be Bieneman. Well deflected. Burke plays it forward and out of bounds.
Trying to hug the sideline. That time, though, it's going to stay with them. They keep hanging tight.
Just hard to find your footing when you're that close to the sideline. Bieneman have another throw in. We go long in deep. Oh. Abiat looked like she wanted to have a shot. Can't quite get a foot on it. Here's Kent. Kent ball back in off the leg of Ella Trotter.
Someone had a really good save there for Indianola. I couldn't quite catch the number, but somebody came in and probably saved that from being a goal.
Abiat had her foot going forward towards the ball there, and again, hard to tell which defender that was, but just got a foot in front of it to the ball. Likely prevented a goal. Ball in. Off the head of Hubbard. Cleared by Cody Helm. All the way back. Amelia Aben now sent in deep by Barons. Ott. Dispossessed. Crooks in deep. Ball just sliding out of bounds. Or a throw in on the near side. Will be Gracie Aben.
It seemed like the GoHawks taking many risks on different type of throws and different type of kicks here, just trying to keep everything centered.
The worst thing you want here if you're the GoHawks is to give away a goal and give away momentum. Monica Ott fighting in the corner. Manages to keep it in. Ott working against Carlson. Slides past her. Ott in behind Hubbard. Hubbard back out. England. Here's Mallory Nuss. Nuss for Kent. Kent looking to lay it off for Ott. Ott back out wide. England keeps it in.
Fighting over there on the corner. Actually, Indianola gets it back, yeah.
Did go out for an Indianola throw. And that's one of the hard parts about, not only is the grass wet, it's long.
Yeah.
So if it slides across it, it's going to be really slick. But if you kick it through it, it's going to stick to it and slow it down. Eddie Ott in behind for Kent.
Just barely to the left.
Ott very close. Wilson probably telling her defender she had it covered.
Yeah, watch this. This is such a good job, and on the left leg.
Just curl it in. Unable to find the target.
Almost.
Remains a 3-goal advantage to the GoHawks. Burke. Cut off by Bieneman, out for an Indians throw-in.
Now, if you're Indianola, you got to get everybody up. Right now, they're still kind of clogged over there on that far side. They got one girl over here, and that's it. And it's Crooks, so.
And at what point do you just start sending everybody forward?
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Putting everyone
in the next
box.
10 minutes, I'd say, is you're just going to have to get rolling here and get everybody moved up the field.
Ball played through.
And some of the times, I feel like Indianola is kicking it ahead, and they don't really have a destination for their passes. There is no destination. It's just, let's kick it ahead. Somebody's going to get there. I think they got to kind of tighten that up.
Hubbard lays it off. Kent. Kent in behind. Ott. Monica Ott. Looking for Lindy Hubbard. Hubbard. Just too heavy of a touch to the feet of Jovi Wilson. Ball cleared up.
And every time they get one down there, the GoHawks are right there.
Touched out of bounds by Leah Graham. Waverly-Shell Rock has done very well winning a lot of the 50-50 battles today.
Absolutely, they have.
Hubbard.
There's a really good chance.
Cutting inside. Slides it backside. Monica Ott plays it in. Can't quite find Kent. Kent will control. And cleared out. Only as far as Maya Behrens. Here's Addie Ott. Great ball in for Kent. Kent back out to Addie Ott. Ott lays it off. Gracie Aben.
Wide right. Took a chance.
Down there and out for a goal kick. First substitution of the half presented to you by IMT Insurance. Eva Merfield coming on, replacing number 16, Lauren Philippi.
A couple formation adjustments here for Indianola. Just trying to tighten things up, maybe find a different way to get this offense rolling a little bit.
Shell Rock also making some changes there, going to 4 in the back with the outside backs floating in and out.
As if they needed it for what they've been able to do so far. But
another IMT substitution. Abby Engel coming into the game. Replacing the goal scorer, Jalen Kent. Engel's been very effective in the minutes that she has played tonight.
I mean, just everywhere. I mean, she'll be left, she'll be right, she'll be back, defending. Just kind of a jack of all trades here for Waverly-Shell Rock.
That ball slides through. Lindy Hubbard hits the side netting. But that did get deflected out for a Channel Seeds corner kick.
I don't know where it got deflected, but it did.
Corner kicks are brought to you by Channel Seed brand. That ball lifted up into the air. Yanneman head out of bounds.
She had the wind at her back there at a chance, and Yanneman just didn't quite get underneath of it the way she probably would have hoped, but still really nice.
Hey, come on, right, Ellie, step up! Step up!
Birkin deep. Looking for Merrifield. Slides out of bounds for a throw-in.
Again, Indianola bench just trying to get the girls to get up. They got to get up. They're playing way too far behind, and yeah, they can hang on defensively here, but if they're not getting thrown on offense, they got trouble.
Don't have a lot of time left. Ott slides it in with Hubbard. Back in play. Mallory Nuss. Ball finds itself. Ott makes it a hat trick. Annika Ott. Right place, right time.
Another rebound, it looked like. Another just kind of bounced around. I was actually about to say I was surprised Mallory Nuss didn't shoot it, but you can take a look here.
So there's Nuss. Plays it through.
And it just kind of fell in the perfect spot.
Off the foot of Engel in the air to the perfect spot for Annika Ott. Makes this 4-0 Waverly-Shell Rock.
Great little kick back there. Nicely done.
Shell Rock on their way to the 2A semifinal here in the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Farm Bureau.
And I mean, Indianola, despite being the 8 seed, this is a very tough team. They upset Norwalk to get here to the state tournament. A team that went 3-3 in the Little Hawkeye, which has crazy good talent in Dallas Center Grimes, Pella, Norwalk. And I mean, this team's no slouch, and they have done a really good job this season, but it just shows Waverly-Shell Rock is just a different level.
Ott playing the hold-up play, and that gets called for a foul.
Boy, we haven't seen a foul in a while.
No, it's been quite a while.
One thing along being the bench line, we can hear every single thing that is said between the officials and the coaches.
Aben back in for England. Ball played out of bounds. Game behind us kicked off a few minutes ago. Still 0-0 between Independence and ADM.
Yeah, they're only 4 minutes behind us.
Here's Hubbard. Working against Trotter. Trotter sends it out of bounds. Or a Channel Seeds corner kick. Was hard to tell which line that ball went over.
This will be a tough one. I might keep this thing on the ground just because the wind's going to be right toward him.
Will be Sydney Bieneman to play it. Already scored on one corner tonight. Sorry, a throw. Bieneman plays it in deep. Falls Adiot, gets a shot. Pinballing around and finally out. Very dangerous from Indianola.
Our depth of perception over there wasn't great, but that was a really nice job by Indianola to keep that thing out of it.
Crooks giving chase, cleared away by Maya Behrens.
Well,
I
don't think the ball has got.
Hubbard in behind for Ott.
I was going to say, I don't think Thomas the ball has got within 20 yards of goalie Stella Reichert's in the second half.
It doesn't feel it.
I
Right
feel
at
like
the
it's
beginning, maybe.
Yeah, but for most part, it's gotten just past half line or the halfway line, and other than that, it is Indianola just hasn't been able to get even on their side of the field.
And there's Hubbard taking away now with Engel. Engel into Lindy Hubbard. Hubbard fires it in. Annika Ott save Jovi Wilson.
Got it down with one hand that time.
Wilson going deep, looking for Cornell. Murfeld. Cornell. Cornell slides it through Crooks. Crooks getting forward. Cutting back. Crooks ball in. Murfeld can't quite get a foot on it. Sydney Bieneman right there.
Oh.
Burke and Adiot collide.
That was one of the best offensive sets they've had all match.
Hubbard carrying it now. Ball in behind, foot race. Abby Engel wins it. Plays it back in. That ball sent into the side netting by Serenity Carlson. Great to get a foot on it. Very, very close to being an own goal for this Channel Seeds corner kick. We will have an IMT substitution.
Abby is so fast for a freshman, able to get on that far side. This is mass subs here for Waverly-Shell.
Annalise James, Lauren Gade, and Joanne Butler coming on, as well as Olivia Meekum coming on for Indianola. Ball played in. Oh, headed away by Carlson. First it was Bieneman getting
perfect.
ahead on it. That out for another Channel Seeds corner kick. And we do have a goal in the match behind us with 29 minutes left.
I want to say it's Independence.
I believe it's ADM
maybe
who scores the first goal in that match. We've got a corner
right.
kick of our own. Ball played in. Still in, pinballing around, and finally cleared away by Indianola. Behrens plays it right back in. Abby Engel was in an offsides position. She's
by much,
clearly
but
unhappy
yeah.
about that decision.
It wasn't by much, but just enough for it.
But as we were talking about, ADM has taken the lead over Independence with just under 30 minutes left to play in the other quarterfinal.
Winner of our game plays the winner of that game. So you can't really scout. I think that's kind of why they did it.
Ball played off the ref. By rule, that is a drop ball. Will remain in the possession of Indianola. That breeze starting to pick up.
Yeah, it is. I'm dreading wearing shorts.
Burke in behind. Out of bounds. Maybe just carried a little too much by the wind.
And Independence.
Independence is equalized.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe just off the kickoff.
Yep.
Butler plays it through. Has Wikers. Now Ott working against Helm. Out wide. Meekum playing it inside. So Reichertz finally gets to touch the ball.
Cornell was like, hey, if you're not going to pick this up, I'm going to come kick it. Is that the first time Reichertz has touched the ball at half? There's a good chance.
I think the second, but it's been a bit of boring game.
Yeah, she hasn't had to do much. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, she's only given up 1 goal a year, but how many times has she actually had shots against her?
Exactly. She's only faced 36 shots, or at least 37 shots.
Yeah.
She's had 36 saves.
I mean, you do the math. That's not a lot based off the games and teams.
Murfeld. Cross for Meekum. Ball played out of bounds for a Shell Rock throw-in. Abby Engel. Engel has it taken away by Carlson, gets it right back. Looking for Hubbard, sent out of bounds for another Shell Rock throw-in.
Now one Indianola player slower to get up. It's her quad. Can't quite tell who it is over there.
It's me, number 17. Camden Palmer, good to see her get up.
One of the captains here for Indianola. She was kind of holding her right quad.
Isabella Crooks will replace her. Never want to see players injured in the state tournament. Gracie Abbott also on for Waverly-Shell Rock. That ball, Bieneman. Taken away. Now Engel. Engel dispossessed. Cornell. Ball out of bounds for an Indianola throw-in. It's Graham. Leah Graham. Was looking back, it's taken away. Go Hawks on the attack. Lindy Hubbard.
Watch out.
Hubbard through. Annika Ott. Sent away.
Oh.
Very well done, Eva Murfield.
She paid for it, too. I mean, she got hit. Just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time there. But
right place if you're trying to prevent a goal.
Absolutely. It was right there.
Indians just looking for a leg back into this game. Graham, dispossessed by Butler. Burke working against Annika Ott. Ott wins that battle. Ott in behind. Looking for Bieneman.
Well, she's got speed too.
Sydney Bieneman dispossessed by Ellie Andrew. Now Abby Anger. Lindy Hubbard.
Rare spot for Waverly-Shell Rock. Nobody was over here.
Ball back. Annalise James. Out of bounds for a Shell Rock throw-in. Another IMT substitution. And learn more about IMT insurance at imtins.com.
You asked me at halftime, you know, what would Waverly-Shell Rock's plan be here with a lead like this? I think in the next 15 minutes roughly, you're going to start seeing a couple girls swap in here. And the rain is getting closer here, so it's also going to start picking up. Clouds are getting a little
wind
darker.
picking up.
Yeah, wind's picking up. Clouds getting a little darker. My skin tells me it's getting colder.
Ball played in behind. Englund Hubbard, Lindy Hubbard, manages to get it. Hubbard cuts left. Yeneman lays it off. And cleared away finally by Indianola. They've been under pressure nearly the entire game.
Yeah, it has been a constant pressure for them for the most part.
Wide for James. Now Weichert.
Oh, good clear to the middle.
And that finds its way in for Lindy Hubbard.
And boy, she took a hit to do it.
Hubbard is down.
She collided with, I don't know if it was Jovi or if it was Carlson.
It might have been a combination of both. Wilson was coming out.
She's got the training staff around her. Again, I have no idea if she slipped or... So we won't show the replay yet on the screen just because of possible injury. So let me see right here if I can see it. Oh, she got her knee taken out.
Very crowded view.
Keeper, the Jovi Wilson, just kind of went in going after the ball. And her knee, she just kind of wasn't going after her knee, but the knee just so happened to go out and boom, went right down. Oh, gosh. I hope she's okay.
Very, very bang play.
It was, yeah. And I can tell you right now, Thomas, they can't control. I mean, the turf is very wet. I mean, they can't really stop. You're running out at full speed, and just unfortunate break. She's got a lot of trainers around her here, and coach is telling everybody to get down to the sideline here. So.
With 17 minutes left, we are in a break, and so we'll take a break here and come back when this game resumes. You're watching the Girls State Soccer Tournament on the Girls Digital Network. Hubbard back up and moving after that. Always good to see.
Obviously no weight on that right leg. Boy, you hate to say it. Hate to see it, excuse me. It's a goal. Nonetheless, it makes it 5-0, but boy, just not ideal, that type of collision. Obviously no harm intended, but
not something you like to see, especially in a position where frankly, she didn't need to be in the game.
I mean, and you can make that argument, but I think it's sometimes I'd want to keep playing.
You know, exactly.
I don't.
You're in the state tournament.
Yeah, none of these girls want to come off the field.
And you earned your way here. That was Hubbard's 26th goal of the year.
It's just kind of an unfortunate situation, but you get a day off. You don't got to come back till Thursday. So, it's Tuesday. You don't got to come back till Thursday. So. Get a day to rest, and obviously won't see her the rest of this game, but it's a tough break. Still 1-1 with 20:57 to go over on the other field between Independence and ADM. And the rain has started to fall again, unfortunately.
Started to pick up.
It has. And this time I don't think it's going to be coming in spurts.
Burke up there. Take this free kick. Dangerous position.
Yeah, it's not.
Got a lot of wind. That's pretty much exactly where you want to be.
She's got the wind coming this way towards us, so it's not bad.
Reichertz will have to watch this. Burke. In deep. Reichert steals with it.
Right in the hands.
Could see a little bit of fumble. But
well, yeah, and you kind of wonder, she hasn't seen the ball much today, and you're wondering, well, how's she going to react when it comes to her? Didn't flinch.
Having played keeper in high school, it was always one of the worst things. You sit there for 30 minutes. It's not even longer.
I haven't played soccer since 4th grade, and I do remember being a goalie.
And it's you sit there, and then, you get a shot, and sometimes you're not locked in, but Stella Reichert's didn't lose any focus there. Burke back in. Williams finds Engen. Now out wide, it's Weichers.
Look out.
Ball played through. Right towards us.
I mean, hits the tent, get some water.
Another IMT substitution. Mallory Nuss returns to the game, replacing number 21, Abby Engel.
Well, Abby's had a good game.
That she has. Do we call it assist on the goal that Ott scored to make it a hat trick?
I'd say so. I mean, just kind of a quick little stunt kick.
Ball comes right in.
We lost
off the desk.
We lost our cameras there because of the hit, so we got to kind of set everything back up. Ball hit our equipment. I couldn't save that one.
Wilson coming in, and little collision there between Ella Trotter.
Field's really starting to pick up in terms of wetness, and that's not helping any of these players who are starting to slip.
Third game already today on this field. Bieneman. Bieneman plays the ball in. Butler, the foot, the save. Massive save, Jovi Wilson.
It had to be on the line.
Just brilliant.
That was a really good save by Jovi. Worth noting, in the middle of all that, ADM took a 2-1 lead over Independence.
Just under 20 minutes left to play in that game. Winner of that will play likely Waverly-Shell Rock.
If you're one of the teams on our next stream, it's only about 5 minutes between games. They don't have to warm up. They warm up on other fields, as it is raining the hardest it has rained all day. And picking up fast.
Indeed. Ball in behind. Emma Smith. Smith, end line. Driving in, back in, Bieneman. Rain, now a torrential downpour.
It's a monsoon. Everybody pulling out the umbrellas, and if the wind picks up, then we're in trouble.
Kerr plays it in for England. Dispossessed, Burke.
But if you think we're not going to stop playing, you're crazy. I was told either a lightning bolt or an earthquake would have to happen to not play these games. So we're going to keep playing.
Cody Helm bringing it forward. Helm still in possession, cut off. Nuss sends it deep.
Slide.
It's going to get very sloppy on this field pretty quick.
It's going to get hard to see. I mean, a lot of these girls trying to cover their eyes, get rain in them.
Englund in behind, cuts in. Fires the shot, save Jovi Wilson.
Nice block by Jovi again.
And cleared away. Ella Trotter in a perfect position. Substitutions here, presented by IMT Insurance. Molly Hunzelman makes her first appearance. Camden Palmer returning to the game.
I think this is when you start seeing substitutions start to trickle in here for Waverly-Shell Rock.
Olivia Meekum coming off, along with Sydney Bieneman.
Yeah, we talked about it, Thomas, for the games after this. This is what we're going to see conditions-wise. I think we were pretty lucky for the most part at the beginning of this game, just kind of a miss, but unfortunately, weather looks like it's going to stay just like this.
Yeah, probably the best weather we'll see all day at the start of this second half.
Yeah, truly. Our weather meteorologist, Peter Tarpey, says 9 o'clock tonight we'll be in the clear.
Mallory Nuss in behind for Emma Smith.
When you wake up to go to work tomorrow, it'll be beautiful.
Smith playing it just over the end line. Out for a corner, saying it went off the foot of Ella Trotter.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really close.
Everybody over there knew.
Really close.
Another Channel Seeds corner kick.
Is that Nuss, I believe? Mallory Nuss?
That's Mallory Nuss to take. Nuss. In behind, Jovi Smith clears and comes out. Does very well.
She's had a couple good minutes here. Really nice by Jovi.
Wilson has played very well today. Maya England. All out now with Butler. Joanne Butler.
I just thought about taking a shot. Good job there by Indianola jumping in front.
Was Leah Graham getting a foot to that. Ball's back in play. England.
You know, these girls play this sport because they love it. I can tell you right now, I don't think a lot of people are having fun right now in the wetness. Even Waverly-Shell Rock up 5-0. This can't be that fun to play it.
Even some of the practices where it gets like this are fun.
Yeah. But in this moment here, you're like, oh gosh, didn't need this.
Avon forward. Cut off by Graham. Now with Helm. Cody Helm, Joanne Butler clashing. Foul there against Butler. Just about 10 minutes.
You know, we've
left
seen
in this game.
A clean game, all things considering, Thomas. I feel like it's been, that's what, our fourth foul of the game, really? It's not, I feel like both teams have been pretty respectful to each other. Yeah, we've had a couple of fouls here and there, but definitely nothing too bad.
Burke in behind, looking for Cornell. That looked like it was off the shoulder of Maya Behrens, in for a goal. Unfortunate for Stella Reichertz.
That's kind of like hockey. It's going to hit off somebody's shoulder. She knows where it's going based off the trajectory from the foot. But you're right, it hit off someone's shoulder.
And it just skipped.
And Stella was not prepared for that.
We'll take another look at that if we can.
Second ever goal she's given up all year.
Coming in the state quarterfinal. Good for an Indianola to get a goal out of their trip here.
You know, you just want to see that. Get out of here with at least one. Try to finish strong here.
Smith is looking in behind for England. Ball all the way back with Amelia Eben. Burke.
I'll tell you what, Indianola might like the rain the way they're playing right now.
Brooks in behind looking for Cornell. Reichert out to claim. That ball punted deep. Lost it in the wind and out of bounds. For an Indianola throw-in. Another Indianola throw-in. Clear
Time
deep.
being.
Leah Graham back in. All the way to Reichertz.
I will say, a lot of Waverly-Shell Rock's second team is in. That should be worth noting. Giving their girls a little bit of a rest. I haven't seen Hubbard over there getting checked on. I guess I didn't catch her coming off in the bench, so obviously don't expect her back. But
Emma Smith in behind. Smith taken down. Out for a corner.
Well, she's fast.
Another Channel Seeds corner kick.
Good chance here.
Ball in, low and driven, and cleared away.
Ooh, that drilled somebody
Caught
in
the
face.
head.
Is that Angle? Can't tell who that was.
Looks like that was
12?
I believe 19.
19.
Molly Hunselman.
She got smoked in the face. So it's just a drop.
Jovi Wilson picks it up.
Nice play.
Played through.
Yeah, Cornell.
Reichardt's out there to meet it. Now here's Palmer. Palmer in behind and behind the net. Out for another goal kick for the Go Hawks. They haven't had many today.
Yeah, and a couple good offensive sets here by Indianola late in the going. Again, a lot of Waverly-Shell Rock's second team in here, but you know, showing what they've been able to do all year, how they got here to the state tournament. First ever trip here, and you learn from it. Obviously, it hasn't been the result they wanted today, but Waverly-Shell Rock is just a very good team. Sometimes you run into a buzzsaw.
Ball just trickles out of bounds.
I think carried.
Rain is slowed a tiny bit. Keyword on tiny.
I was about to say, you're really generous with that wording there.
Maybe not slowed, but not as heavy.
That's like saying our clouds definitely aren't as dark, but they're still clouds.
Smith in a foot race, sent away by Serenity Carlson.
Hey, you and I have touched on it a lot today, but Serenity Carlson's been really impressive here as a freshman. And Indianola's pretty young. I mean, they got a couple seniors, but for the most part, expect them to be right back here next year.
Smith and Carlson meet in the middle. Foul there committed by Serenity Carlson. Will be Mallory Nuss sending this deep. And out of bounds.
Quick sub.
IMT substitution. England leaves. Looks like Jalen Kent coming back on for the Go Hawks. Ball sent in, Maya Behrens. Taken away. Comes Leah Graham. Graham intercepts. Cornell. Burke. Lauren Burke gliding through, and the ball intercepted by Amelia Avon.
She was trying to get it to Crooks here along this near side, just kind of looked up wrong. Burke's jersey is the most dirty out of anyone. She has clearly been through it today.
She's been making her time here at the state tournament count. Smith gives chase and tracks it down. Ball just trickling out of bounds for a throw-in.
What is our next game on this field?
Next game on this field will be between the three-time defending champion Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs and the 7th seed Pella Dutch.
Pella with the big upset to get here to the state tournament. Of course, it slips my mind of who, but North Polk, excuse me. Yeah, so North Polk was the #1 team pretty much all year.
Ball cleared out of bounds for a throw-in. Only about 3 minutes left in this game.
you talk about Little Hawkeye. That's 3 Little Hawkeye Conference teams out of the 8 that made it here in Class 2A. And they just so happen to play each other next round. So, going to be a good one.
Burke putting inside. Ball out of bounds for another Channel Seeds corner kick.
I don't think Indianola's had a corner kick today.
I believe that is their first.
Yeah, this will be their first one.
Corner kicks brought to you by Channel Seed Brand. Help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. That ball played in, headed away by Barons. We'll do that We'll do that again. You'll learn more about Channel Seeds at channel.com. 2 minutes left in this first of all 2A quarterfinals here at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Farm Bureau.
Indianola would love to get just one more here.
Ball travels out of bounds for a goal kick.
Kind of slipped off her leg there a little bit. This is a good win for Waverly-Shell Rock. Obviously, it's been a crazy season. This is just their second goal they've given up all season long. And, I mean, you can see it. This offense is legit. And a lot of people think they could be on a collision course with Dallas Center Grimes once again.
Palmer playing that in. Finds the hands of Stella Reichertz.
And like I said, for Indianola, great season, very competitive conference. We see that here at the state tournament. They're going to come up short here on their first ever trip, but don't expect it to be their last. I think they'll be here right back next year.
I would assume so. This is a young team.
Very young.
Carlson, ball played through. Reichert's out to meet it. Under a minute left to play. Waverly-Shell Rock will advance to the semifinal on Thursday. That ball played up in the air. Kent deals with it. And out of bounds.
One more hit to our equipment, just in case.
Out for a Go Hawks throw-in. Go Hawks will advance to play the winner of the other 2A quarterfinal currently going on. That
ADM 5 seed.
2-1 with 4 minutes to play in that one. Smith in behind. Out of bounds for what is likely the final Channel Seeds corner kick and will likely be the final kick of the game. They won't even play it. Waverly-Shell Rock advances, winning 5-1 over Indianola in the 2A quarterfinal. It was a dominant second half performance from Waverly-Shell Rock. They played just about as well as you could ask.
Yeah. It was just a complete game, and Waverly-Shell Rock played Waverly-Shell Rock soccer. There's no doubt about it. And congratulations to Coach Wilson and Indianola on a great year. Obviously, first year at the state tournament. Like we said, they'll be right back. And great job to Waverly-Shell Rock. They're going to be a tough team to beat here at the state tournament. Good first day win.
First day win, and they will advance to the 2A semifinal to be played on Thursday here at the Lyde Recreation Fields. We will send it over to the Girls Athletic Union and PA for the awards presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medals, Every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. The general awards for the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlich and Barry Ross. Congratulations to head coach Mike Wilson and the Indians from Indianola on an outstanding 2025 soccer season. And now, Monica Ott will advance her team on the bracket to the semifinal round.
Well, that will do it for us here from the first of 2A quarterfinals between Waverly-Shell and Indianola. Go Hawks defeat the Indians 5-1 to advance to the 2A semifinal. On behalf of our color analyst Blake Walker and our producer Randy and all of us here in Ames, I'm Thomas Campbell, and thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2025 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.